Welcome to the first VIP coaching session that I've yet to offer. I am so excited that you are here, and congratulations on taking this step to fulfill your growth, step into your next level, and continue evolving as you already have, and as you will continue as you go forward. So today I will be giving you guys an assignment, and I will most likely be posting this recording on YouTube. So I will link in the description a free PDF. If not, I will personally send you this recording and the PDF here for your assignment, which is what we're going to be taking care of today. Um, so today I would like to jump right in and get started. We don't have a ton of time. So first things first, again, congratulations for being here. This is a big deal. And the fact that you are taking your time to invest in your growth is amazing. So congratulations. Today I want to give you four plus a bonus, so five simple steps that you are going to be able to use in order to maybe readjust a repeated thought or maybe a negative pattern or thought or belief that you have that is probably no longer serving you. So I'll give you those five steps. And I also want to go over this worksheet with you, and I'll actually do it myself with you, and I'll share my answers. That way you have an idea of where we're going with this. Now, I would really love to hear your answers after you complete this worksheet. So after you do so, feel free to schedule a call with me and we can go over it. Or if you simply want to share back the filled out PDF or a physical copy, I always recommend that you print it out because something happens in your brain when you physically write things down. And so I always recommend that you do a physical copy. It's only 4 pages, and literally it's only 4 pages because I made the I made the writing very large in case that people like me can't see very well. So um yeah, I recommend doing it with a pen, but you can also fill it out on your phone, on your computer, etc. The best result is going to be with pen and paper. So let's get started. I want to share first the simple five-step process that I have for you so that you can eliminate or rather shift negative thoughts from positive thoughts. So the first step to this is going to be awareness. Now, if you are watching this video, you already have some level of awareness. There's something that you want to transform, change, grow from. So if you're here, you already have this first step. So congratulations. You already have step number one, which is awareness. And feel free to have a piece of pen and paper with you and jot these things down. Nonetheless, I will send you another video that I have made that lists every step and a little bit more information on it. So that'll help you, and you'll have that free tool to go back to over and over again as you need it. But so step number one is awareness. So you are aware that you have this repeating thought. I'm not good enough for this. I'm not good at social media. I'm not good at this. I'm not good at that. I'm not pretty enough for this. I'm not skinny enough. I'm not fat enough. I'm not strong enough. I'm not, whatever, whatever thought. The list is endless. Obviously, I don't speak the language good enough. Whatever thought just popped into your mind, let's address it today. So step number one is awareness. You have the awareness already. Congratulations. You're sitting here watching this, so you know that something needs to change. So you have the awareness. Step number two. Step number two. Whoa, we're gonna try that one more time. Two. Can you tell that English is not my first language? Step number two is observation. So after you have the awareness of this thought, You observe the thought. You don't beat yourself up for it. You don't go, oh, there we go again with a thought. No, no, no. You simply observe. You watch it. You're like, okay, there's that thought. Okay. You just observe it. That's it. You don't do anything else. So step number one, awareness. Step number two, you observe. You simply watch it. Thought. Have it. Okay. Okay. That's it. Nothing more to it at this step. Now, step number three, and we only have one more step left and that bonus. So step number three is going to be to control your second thought. So you have the awareness, I keep having the same thought. Step number two, you have the observation. So, okay, I observed and I noticed that that thought just happened right before I do this new thing, or right before I have this difficult conversation, or right before I try something that I've never tried or done before. So whatever the case may be for you, or you're sitting in traffic, somebody cuts you off and you're like about to burst out in road rage, and so you have a thought of, oh, all people are assholes, or everybody drives like shit, or whatever the case may be for you, you have the awareness, you observe it, and step number three, you control the second thought, because you, at this point, you probably can't control the first thought. You wouldn't be having it to observe it if you could in the first place. So, what does that sound like? So you're driving in traffic, somebody cuts you off, you get pissed, you're like, what a fucking asshole, excuse my French. And you observe the thought, and you're like, okay. Now I can control the second thought. You know what? Maybe that person has somebody in the hospital. Maybe that person really, really has to go to the bathroom. Maybe that person has a baby at home that they need to get to. You know, whatever you want to replace that thought, and you can apply this to yourself too. So, you're about to try something new. You gotta do some public speaking, to give you an example, and you have to speak in front of a group, and you're about to do this thing, and you're like, oh my God, I suck at speaking. I cannot, I suck at communication. I always stutter. I get nervous. My hands are sweaty. So you're gonna take a deep breath. Oh shoot. Okay, I see that. I noticed that I had that thought. That's the observation. And now you're going to be like, okay, well, actually, the truth is that I am great at having difficult conversations. And actually, I'm here speaking to this group of people to help them, for them. This is not about me, no matter how nervous I am or how inadequate I feel that I am for this job. I am here to serve them. So I'm going to focus on serving them. So, what is my purpose today? For example, I'm going to be completely honest with you. This is my first class ever. So of course I was a bit like, I wonder how it's going to turn out. I'm more curious than anything, but I reframed that and I'm like, okay, I'm here to serve them. This is something that they're going to take away for the remainder of their lifetime and be able to use it over and over and over again, depending on the situation that they're in. So step number one, awareness. Step number two, you observe the thought. And step number two, you control the second thought. Let me give you another example. You put on an outfit. You don't like the outfit. You say, oh my God, I look so fat today. You observe the thought. Now you control a second thought, and you say, actually, I love the way my hair looks today. Actually, I love this about myself. And so actually, I get complimented a lot on this thing. So you reframe that thought. You control the second thought. And the fourth step is going to be repetition, right? Because exactly how we got into this repetitive thought by repeating it is how we're going to get out of it. We're going to continue repeating this second thought. And I promise you, eventually, this second thought is going to become the first thought. But these like repeated thoughts are beliefs. If you repeat a thought often enough, it becomes a belief. That's why you think that you're not good at math, or you're not good at communicating, or you're not good in public speaking, or whatever the case may be. You've repeated this thought over and over again so many times that it's become a belief system. And so that's what we're addressing here directly. We're directly addressing that belief. So, step number one, awareness. Step number two, observation. Step number three, control the second thought. And step number four, you're going to repeat and repeat and repeat until your second thought becomes your first thought. Now, the bonus and fifth step is extremely important, because without this step, you're simply going to fall back again into the same pattern. And it's very simple. Notice I didn't say easy. I said it's very simple. It's not easy, but it is simple. So step number 5, bonus step, is going to be grace. To have grace, give yourself the space and forgive yourself if you make mistakes. Okay? Forgive yourself does not mean to let yourself off of the hook. It doesn't mean, oh, I'll try again tomorrow. No. It means that I'm going to try again today, but I'm going to forgive myself for making the mistake of doing it again. Because you've, at this point, built a belief, an entire belief on it. So in order to break through that, it's going to take some time. Exactly how it took time of you building these thoughts that turned into a belief, it's going to take you some time to reestablish that thought into a truth. So have grace with yourself and forgive yourself if you make a mistake. It is okay, simply continue to try, and eventually you'll get it. Okay? All right, so a quick recap. We got step number 1, awareness. We got step number 2, observation. My mind went blank for a second. So step number 1, awareness. Step number 2, observation. Step number 3, control the second thought. And step number 4, you're going to continue repeating that. Repeat until the second thought becomes the first thought. And the most important step is going to be to have grace with yourself. Be kind to yourself. I cannot stress enough how important it is to be kind to yourself. Have grace, forgiveness. Again, don't let yourself off the hook. Do your work, but do it with grace and forgiveness. Okay? All right. Now let's get to the sheet here that I'm going to fill out for you because this is extremely helpful. And obviously, it's hard to succeed without putting in the work, right? So here we go. I'll share this PDF with you so you can print it out yourself and fill it out yourself. So the instructions are to complete each exercise fully, take your time, reflect deeply, and write your answers in the space provided or get a second page. I know for me, I'm a yapper, so I might need some more space. That's why I left the back blank in case I need to add more to it because I know I can write and yap quite a lot if you haven't noticed already. But anyways, so you can print this out or grab it from your phone. And then, I have a notebook here, so you can grab a notebook too and then jot any extra things in here as well. So here we go. Phase 1 is going to be awareness and radical self-responsibility. Now this ties into the 5 steps that I just gave you. So the goal here is to identify your current patterns, limitations, and emotional blocks. And this is really, really going to help you apply the 5 steps that I just gave you. This is kind of like brainstorming your next level, which is so exciting to me. I love growth. And anyways, so exercise number 1 is going to be journaling your patterns. So I have question number 1 here. What are 3 recurring patterns holding you back from your highest potential? What are 3 recurring patterns holding you back from your highest potential? Oof. Okay, I know for me, this can be, for me, first thing that pops into my mind is procrastination. Okay. 3 recurring patterns. Now, second thing that pops into my mind, recurring patterns. I'm gonna take a moment to think about this one. Oh, hitting the snooze alarm in the morning. Oh my God, I need to stop doing that. So, snooze. Okay, that's a recurring pattern holding me back from my highest potential. And another recurring pattern holding me back from my highest potential. I think I don't know. I have to think about the third one. Mm, I think sticking to like a really, really exact routine. Like I have my routine for certain things that I do in the morning and at night and throughout my day. There's certain things that I do every day, but it's not exactly the same at the exact same time every single day. So I think sticking to a routine is another pattern that might be holding me back from my highest potential. So I'll put here sticking to a routine. Okay. Now, question number two, when do you notice yourself self-sabotaging? Ah, this one is huge. When do you notice yourself self-sabotaging? So, self-sabotaging, I want to break that down real quick. It comes in different forms, right? Self-sabotaging can be procrastinating. It can be, beating yourself up mentally after you make a mistake, or repeating negative memories or thoughts, or continuing to think about an experience where you might have messed up on something. And if you're wondering, because I know looks very awkward and you're probably never seen this, but if you're wondering why I have a piece of grip tape on my pen, it's because it makes it a lot easier to write. I write a lot, and so it helps it be a lot more comfortable to have an actual grip. This might be a tattoo artist thing or an artist thing because I grip my machine really, really heavy too, so that I can have an easier grip. Anyways, see, I told you I was a yapper. I gave you the caution and the heads up from the beginning. So, when do you notice yourself self-sabotaging? We'll answer that in a moment, but to go back to self-sabotage, it can come in different ways. Like I said, it could be procrastination. It could come in you beating yourself up about a previous mistake. It could even be you mentally arguing or thinking of a conversation, or oh, I should have said this, or I could have said that, or that's self-sabotage from your growth. Because if you continue to repeat the same thoughts, how can you create a new belief? How can you create like a new thought that will lead to growth in a positive belief? So let's answer this. When do you notice yourself self-sabotaging? For me, it's definitely tied into procrastination once again. So I notice myself self-sabotaging when I push off certain projects, especially if they're a project that doesn't have a very specific deadline. For example, I've been working on this giant painting that I have been procrastinating on because I don't have a very specific deadline for it. So I feel like, oh, I can just do it whenever. So for me, it's when I push off certain projects, that's self-sabotage. Um, Number three, what fear or belief is showing up the most right now? What fear or belief is showing up the most right now? Hmm. Gotta think about this one. I'm gonna have to say the fear of being seen, which is crazy because I'm sitting in front of this camera right now, but I really, really have to push myself to do these things because it's very difficult for me. So, what fear or belief is showing up the most right now? For me, it's going to be the fear of being seen. And that, that probably would stem from feeling like I'm not ready and trying to make something perfect. And if you're a perfectionist, it would be beneficial for you to understand that perfectionism is actually a form of self-sabotage. And I recently discovered this within myself as well. And the reason that perfectionism even develops is because we feel that we don't feel that we're good enough for something, and so everything that we create must be good enough so that we can grab that self of achievement, or I'm sorry, that sense of achievement from external things so that we can validate our own being good enough, if that makes sense. So we're going to exercise number two, which is a self-responsibility drill. And this is going to be two steps. You're going to pick one current struggle and you're going to rewrite it as, quote unquote, this is my responsibility, and here's what I can do to change it. So I'm going to pick my current struggle. I'm going to pick the snooze alarm because that was interesting to me. I wonder why that happens, but and it's usually a few minutes, but it should be it's quite an unnecessary habit that we need to break here. So we're gonna pick the struggle, snooze, rewrite it as this is my responsibility, and here's what I can do to change it. So not hitting the this is so funny, but it's so real. Not hitting the snooze is my responsibility. And here's what I can do to change it. So right off the bat, when I write that, the first solution that comes into my mind is leave my phone somewhere else, where I have to get up and go turn the alarm off. So I'm gonna say I can leave my phone in the bathroom, and that requires me to get up and get it. So here's how I'm going to change it. So I'm going to leave my phone in the bathroom so that I actually have to get up out of bed and go turn the alarm off. We're going on to the second page here. Next exercise, breakthrough questions. And I noticed here that we got repeated number on the next page, but that's fine. Oh, because we're in a different phase. Brain fart. So exercise number 3, we've got 2 questions here, and question number 1 is, if I fully owned this situation, what would I do differently today? If I fully owned this situation, what would I do differently today? So in my case, again, I would create the environment to force myself out of this habit. So that means that I'm again going to leave my bathroom in, or my bathroom in my phone. I'm going to leave my phone in the bathroom, so I have to actually get up and turn the alarm off. And at that point, of course, I'm definitely up. So what small action can I take immediately to shift this pattern? What small, oh, I guess I answered that question again too. Huh. Look at me ahead of myself. Again, I'm gonna leave my phone in the bathroom. Okay? That's the action that I can take to shift this pattern. Phase number 2, emotional transmutation and mindset alchemy. The goal here is to convert emotional energy into action and identity shifts. Exercise number 1, emotional transmutation drill. Number 1, identity. Ooh, correct that. Identify one recurring negative emotion: anger, fear, guilt. Identify one negative recurring emotion. I think I'm gonna say that fear of being seen for me. So yeah, I'll say fear. Fear. What is the gift or message in this emotion? What is the gift or message in this emotion? That I care a lot. That my body is simply trying to keep me safe and in my comfort zone, and that's why the fear pops up. So the message is that my body wants to keep me safe, and in my comfort zone. Excuse me, a little water break here. We'll get to question number 3. I hope you guys are having as much fun as I am. This is so fascinating to me. Step number 3, write down one concrete action you can take this week using that energy. Well, I've already been doing it. So I started a series on Studio Sovereign called Monday Morning Mind, and I am forcing myself to go outside into businesses, spaces, communities, and ask people 2 questions. So a concrete action that I can take using this energy, which I already am taking, is I can go interview people, strangers. I can go interview strangers and obviously record this in front of the camera. So in front, I can go interview strangers in front of a camera, which is so scary. By the way, I have a new episode coming out tonight. You can watch that later if you'd like. Exercise number 2 is going to be visualization. Exercise 2, phase 2, visualization. Close your eyes, breathe deeply, imagine your ideal next self, and pay attention. We'll do this together. I'm going to do this with you. Pay attention to how you feel, how you show up, and what does your day look like. So here we go. We're going to stand up straight in a relaxed position. Okay. Comfortable, close our eyes, and we're going to take 3 deep breaths so that we can clear our mind. Now, I'm going to give you a very, very, very life-changing tip. If you cannot clear your mind, ask yourself this question: what am I going to think next? And you'll have a clear mind immediately after. Eventually, you can use that at the beginning if you have a difficult time meditating or clearing your mind. That'll help you clear your mind. Eventually, if you continue to practice meditation and just clearing your mind, and I'm going to give you another trick. If you are fully, completely present, say you're making your coffee in the morning, pay attention, listen to the sound of the that the coffee makes, pay attention to the color, feel the coffee cup, the texture of it, taste the coffee. So involve all of your senses into whatever you're doing so that you're fully in the present, and that'll keep your mind blank. So we'll try it now. So we're going to breathe, close our eyes, and I am fully present. I feel my body, my feet are flat on the ground, my back is straight, my eyes are closed. Okay. Breath number 1 done. We're going to breath number 2. Breathe in through the nose, out through the mouth. Ready? Here we go. Okay, and on this last breath, we are going to hold for a few seconds and then release super slowly. Okay, ready? Do it with me. Come on. Do it one more time. One more. Now continue breathing in through your nose, holding for a few seconds, out as if you were breathing out through a straw, very slowly through your mouth. Now visualize your highest self. What does the most successful self look like? What does he or she feel? What does the day look like? How does your highest, most successful version feel throughout the day? What do you see? What does your day look like? What do they look like? What clothes are they wearing? And how do they feel? And we're going to continue breathing in through the nose, holding for a few seconds, out through the mouth. And then we'll slowly come out of this vision. Do you have the image of your highest, most successful self? Can you feel how the highest, most successful version of you feels? Mine is exhilarated. I mean, she is just filled with joy, love, peace, fulfillment, satisfaction, pure, pure joy. We're going to take a last couple of last breaths here, okay? We'll do two more breaths, okay? In through the nose. Hold for a few seconds. Out slowly through the mouth. Last breath, and we'll open up our eyes. Okay. Oh, orange exams. That was so exciting. So we're gonna answer these questions now because it's the best part. So you have a vision, an idea of your highest, most successful version of yourself. So let's answer these questions now. How do you feel? And like I was saying, for me, she felt exhilarated. She felt at peace. She felt joy. She felt love. She felt fulfillment. Okay. How do you show up? What do you wear? What do you like to eat or drink? Or how do you show up in the world? How do you handle difficult situations? For me, she shows up composed. She shows up composed, respectful. Yes, respectful. How else does she show up? Confident. This one's big. And I'll do another class one day, a different day on confidence. Give you some tricks on that one. And she shows up confident. Okay? She also shows up loving, which also means kind. Okay? Now, kind and nice are not the same thing. Okay? We'll get into that in another video as well. But kind and nice are not the same thing. We want to be kind. What does your day look like? What does your perfect day look like? What does your highest, most successful version's perfect day look like? Now, for me, this is going to be waking up on time, not hitting the snooze alarm. It starts there. So we're gonna start there. Not hitting the snooze button, which means actually waking up early or on time rather. Okay. My day looks like she works out in the morning. I usually walk or run in the morning and then I'll leave the weights for the afternoon. And I actually like that, but we are pushing her. This is our highest version. So we are going to do all of it in the morning. We are going to do the walk and the weights in the morning, okay? And then we're going to have a nutritious breakfast, okay? And then we are going to meditate and journal just to clear our brain, get our thoughts out onto paper. Then we are going to work. My ideal workday sounds like 3 hours, maybe 4. We'll be generous. Work 4 hours. Okay. And then we perhaps do a second walk or run because it really helps me clear my mind. So, and I usually walk twice a day anyway, so we'll add that to wind down at night. We'll do our walk, we'll read. This kind of sounds like my schedule right now, but whatever. We'll read and then we'll make dinner and eat dinner. I totally skipped lunch. Let's not skip lunch. We'll throw lunch in there. Uh, we'll do work for 3 hours and a half so we can have a 30-minute lunch. And please, if your ideal version sounds like going to the pool, going for a swim, like in the middle of the day, whatever that may, actually that sounds lovely, but whatever that may sound like for you, please create your own. The idea here is to get creative with your own version. But if you'd like to copy mine, do so as well. All right, so moving on. You ready? Here we go. Capture 3 actionable traits and behaviors to integrate this week. This is where you take your assignment out into real life. Okay? Capture 3 actionable traits or behaviors to integrate this week. So for me, traits or behaviors. Okay. So I'm going to say trait or behavior number 1 is going to be to remain calm even through challenges. So we'll do remain calm, which I think I've gotten a lot better at. Meditation has helped me quite a lot. I know I sound like a broken record with this meditation stuff, but you have no idea, it's life-changing. So remain calm, that is a great trait of behavior to have. Number 2 for me is going to be, again, waking up actually when my alarm goes off, which is usually 4 a.m. Hence the reason why I hit snooze, because it's 4 in the morning. But anyways, and then we got one more. So 3, excuse me, water break. Okay. Number 3. I think I'm gonna say a positive attitude, which of course is difficult to keep when your entire world is crumbling down. So we're gonna do positive attitude, although I have gotten really good at that as well. Now, exercise number 3. This is a mindset reframe. Number 1, identity. Oh, not identity. Identify a limiting belief. Ooh, okay. I need to drink some more water for this one. Identify a limiting belief. Oh, gotta think about that one. Limiting belief. Oh, imposter syndrome. What? Imposter syndrome is a limiting belief where you have these nice little thoughts that are like, who are you? You're not good enough to do this. What makes you qualified? Like, who are you to be teaching this class? What makes you qualified to even be here? We're gonna get rid of that one immediately. Identify, eliminate, believe. Imposter syndrome. We're gonna get rid of that one. Toss it right out the window. Fuck that. Excuse my French. Number 2. Ready? Here we go. Ask this, quote unquote. If I believed the opposite, how would I act? Ah! I'm so sorry. If you have headphones, I've been screaming and coughing and drinking water into this microphone all session, so my apologies if you have headphones. But this is so huge. If I believe the opposite, how would I act? So mine is imposter syndrome. So if I believe the opposite, how would I act? Well, the opposite would be that I am qualified and that I am great enough. So how would I act? I would act with confidence. So confidence or confidently, how would I act? I would act confidently, rather, confidently. That's more grammatically correct. And I would act certain, which I guess essentially is confidence. It's okay. You know what? If you're copying me, you're probably having a blast because this is funny. I just have a bunch of synonyms. Synonym. How would I act? I would act confident and I would act certain in my word. I would act of authority, right? I would move with authority. I would move with authority. Okay? Move with authority. Now, number 3, write down a practical action plan to live as if this belief is true. Wow. Let me check. I set a timer here. Let me check where we're at with time because I've been doing a whole lot of yapping. Oh, we got 12 minutes. Okay, I may not have time to get through this entire exercise with you guys, but maybe we do. Let's get to it. So, write down a practical action plan to live as if this were true. So, in order to get rid of imposter syndrome, I would want to act confidently, certain, and move with authority. So, a practical action to live by this would be to stand up straight. That increases confidence immediately. So, I would have good posture, have great posture, right? That reads as certain and confident. Authority. Okay, so I would want to make sure that I know what I'm talking about. So I would do my homework. So maybe that means that I would study the subject in which I want to have more authority on. Maybe 2 more times a week than I already do. 2 more times. 2 more times a week than I already do. Okay. Whew, got 11 minutes. All right, phase number 3. Integration and action blueprint. The goal here is to create a roadmap to embody the new identity. So we're going to set 3 daily reminders, if you will. So we're going to have a morning, a midday, and an evening. So for example, I have noticed for me that a quick meditation, and again with the meditation, um, it has really helped me control my emotions and give me more confidence, more clarity, and remain more calm in difficult situations. So for me, I have done, for example, I started with 5 minutes meditation, and now I can do up to an hour or even more, but we're gonna set 30 minutes in the morning. We're gonna do midday can get a little crazy sometimes, so we'll do simply 10 minutes midday, and then we will do 1 whole hour at night. We'll wind down, we'll have a little bit more time, so we'll do an hour at night. And we're meditating. This is going to be meditation for me. Because this is going to help me stay calm, cool, and collected feel more confident. Obviously, if I have my emotions under control, I'm going to feel a bit more under control. So, exercise number 2, accountability checkpoints. Okay, this is you're going to pick a date and a preferred method of communication approximately 1 week from now for a free one-on-one session. This is a 30-minute follow-up message, call, or video check-in. And I spoke to you about this at the beginning, but pick a date in your calendar that is good for you and send it over to me if you want to be accountable, be held accountable, and make sure that you have done your assignments and make sure that you can take all of this forward and it's not just something that you forget about. So this is free, only to the people that are here in this class right now watching this video. I will be giving this for free, so feel free to take advantage of that and schedule the call. It's only 30 minutes. It can be a text message, it can be a call, it can be a FaceTime or a Zoom call like this one, whatever you feel comfortable doing. But let's make sure that we schedule this so that you can actually make sure that you're moving towards your next step and your growth and your evolution and all the great things that are to come. Okay, we're moving on to the last page here. We got 8 minutes on the clock. Oh yeah, we're doing great. All right. This is going to be the last step in this phase. So this is going to be identify one identity shift challenge for the week. Identify one identity shift challenge for the week. Okay, so one of the things that I wanted to work on for me was waking up, or like actually waking up at my alarm time, which is 4 in the morning. So my challenge is going to be to not hit the snooze. I swear, this has been so funny. But I also want to get deeper and go deeper into that. So, and I mentioned that mine was imposter syndrome, right? So I am going to continue doing my Monday morning mind interviews. That's M cubed interviews every week. And this is going to push me outside of my comfort zone and force me to feel more confident because I'm doing something uncomfortable, so I'm building confidence, right? And then eventually, hopefully, I won't feel like an imposter doing what I do because I have the backup, the evidence of doing it. And not hopefully, we're going to completely scratch out that word because I know that this works. I have done it for a bunch of different categories in my life and a bunch of different things that I have been working on in the past few months to a year now. Now, exercise number 3, reflection. Which 3 actions this week will prove I'm becoming the person I want to be? Woo! So for me, again, it's going to be waking up at 4 a.m. Waking up at 4 a.m. when my alarm actually goes off. Number 2 is going to be doing my M cubed series every week. Okay. And number 3, I'm going to make sure that I always have good posture. So I'm going to focus on my posture because we spoke earlier that posture is tied into confidence, which ties into the whole imposter syndrome thing. So that's what I got. What patterns do I commit to letting go of immediately? We have to let go of stuff. Yes, we do. So, what pattern are we letting go of immediately, right now? I am going to let go of hitting my snooze alarm. You already know where this is going. All right, my snooze button, I mean button, not alarm. I am really, really putting myself out there with this one. Like, getting a little too personal. Anyways, I'm doing it for you. So do your homework. Bonus section. Your next step is going to be to book that call so that we can hold you accountable for all of this beautiful work that we have done today and to make sure that you are on track. All right. And number two, send a quick reflection. So send me a DM or a text message as to your experience with this. What did you have any aha moments? Any, oh my God, any, whatever went through in this entire session, please send me a message. I would love to hear your thoughts. And then the last thing is going to be if you are ready and wanting to work with me and take this further and have me as your personal coach, you can log into or rather visit our website, studiosovereign.org. I will send you a link to the website in case you'd like to check it out. But I am taking individuals. I originally created three programs, or rather two programs for artists, but I quickly realized that individuals that are high performers as well need some help, or rather guidance. By no means am I, like you don't need me. I know you can do it on your own, absolutely. But it's always so beneficial to have a guide to simply help you find the answers that you already have within. So you can visit our website, leave your contact information, and we'll get back to you to schedule your assessment call. And this is where we determine if you and I are the right fit for one another, and if you're coachable, and if I'm the right coach for you, and if you're the right coachee for me. So, any questions, concerns, you can always DM or text me at 863-331-5744. And again, congratulations. Congratulations for being here and taking the next step to get to your next level, to continue evolving and growing into the wonderful, beautiful, loving, hardworking, intelligent human being that you are. And we finished with 2 seconds remaining on the clock. Thank you for being here. I love you so much. Have a beautiful rest of your week. And hopefully I'll see you in my coaching program if you and I are the right fit. Otherwise, you can always reach out, anything that you need, or in that one-on-one coaching session that you are to schedule. And that is free. It's free. Take advantage of it. It's free. So I'll see you soon.